What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to Supercross Showdown for episode 2 of the series. We had some good racing this weekend. Unfortunately, no one got the correct picks this time round. I actually forgot that it was a triple crown and didn't really take that into account in my picks that I did. Nonetheless, I did get Jet and Kenny correctly.
I am too smart. I am too smart.
Otherwise, yeah, the rest didn't really go so well. So Kenny came out firing in all 3 races and definitely gave Jet a good battle and a run for his money. But ultimately, Jet did get him in the end. There was some issues in the 450 class. Cooper had her coming together with a lapper. We had Justin Barcia and Chase. I mean, Chase is a big dude, so the fact that he didn't go down actually shows how strong he is on the motorcycle. Plessinger and Jason in race 3, they had a little coming together in the whoop section. Aren't really sure if Jason did that on purpose or not. I think he tried to close the door and then made a mistake in the whoops and then just kind of cut Plessy off. But he was still pretty racy the whole weekend. Tomac was very disappointing. I really thought he was going to do a lot better this weekend.
That's a bummer. Okay.
He just really needs to start practicing starts and figuring those out. Because the field is so stacked at the moment, there's just no way he can do beast mode and come through the pack like he used to. Your start is just as important as your speed and your fitness is these days. So yeah, hoping for him to hopefully get a bounce back soon. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to continue. So the overall for the 450 class was Jet first, Kenny second, and Chase rounding out the podium. Moving on to the 250 class, Cameron in race 1 had a really solid ride and took the dub. Vial went down in the whoops. That was unfortunate because he was actually riding really well as well. Max had a terrible night. I'm not really sure what happened to Max, but he was just off the track and then, I don't know, we never saw him on the broadcast at all. Race 2, Deegan came back with vengeance and had a dominant ride. I think he won by like nearly 8 seconds, which was really impressive. So he was in a good shout to get the overall. It was basically between Deegan, McAdoo, and VL. Seth had a not so good night. He went over the bars, I think he overjumped the double in and then tried to still triple and cased it and went down. I actually forgot about Brown, but Pierce actually had really good speed the whole night. Definitely going to be picking him in the next 250 East race, that's for sure. For race 3 in the 250s, Deegan basically just threw it all away on the start. He hit the tough block coming down braking into the first turn on the start. So he basically just made a mistake all on his own and then had like a savage comeback to still get 3rd overall. It was nice to see Tom get a win in race 3, but ultimately Cameron took the overall. So the 250 results was McAdoo, Vial, and Deegan on the podium. So for next week, I think 250 East is taking a break. So we're going back west for round 11 in Seattle. So I think without further ado, let's get into our predictions for the 250 West. Okay, starting off with our 250 West riders, I'm gonna go with Kitchen as my top pick. I think Kitchen is rolling and he's in a good headspace, and I think Kitchen in a good headspace is a really strong rider. Second, I'm going to put RJ. RJ is always solid and he's always there. He does tend to throw in a little mistake now and then. Riding out the podium, I'm gonna go with Jordan. Jordan has been riding really well, and these are like my top 3, basically always podium guys. In what order they finish, who knows, because 250s these days is so unpredictable. Fourth, I think I'm going to go with Marchbanks. He's been riding pretty solid and he's got some speed to show the factory boys how it's done. And then rounding out our top 5, I think we can put Sushi in there. I don't know if he's struggling on the Honda or what the case is, but yeah, I think he'll at least be in the top 5. So that's my 250 predictions for Seattle. Don't forget to put your 250 predictions in the comments to have a chance at winning the Leot helmet and goggles. I think let's move on to the 450 class. So as I said earlier, I think Jet is the main guy that everyone obviously is trying to beat. So he's my number 1 and probably will be my number 1 until we see things change or guys being able to put up a fight against Jet. Taken is so difficult because I'm stuck between Kenny and Sexton. I mean, it's basically just depends all on the start, really. But Kenny, I think, is a better starter than Chase. So Kenny goes second for me and then Chase third again until he starts showing a lot more speed. I think he's gonna be like that 3rd place guy. So for 4th place, I'm gonna go with Webb. He's always solid. He can be like up and down on the starts, and the starts are so important these days. So I think 4th place is a good shot for Webb. And then 5th, I think I'm gonna go with Jason for 5th. I'm dropping Tomac for my top 5 because I just don't know. Like until he figures out his starts, it's hard to put him in that top 5 because beast mode is not so much beast mode when the field is so stacked. And the tracks have been really difficult to pass. You can't just free flow around the tracks like they used to. So that's my top 5 450 picks. Don't forget to drop your comment with your top 5 250 and 450 picks for a chance to win the Leot helmet. And I'll catch you guys next week. Peace out, yo. 2, 3, 4,